second Trump administration. 1 month and people's lives are being turned upside down. But President Trump doesn't care about people like you and me. He gave free rein to Elon Musk, a billionaire, to make cuts in the name of efficiency. Elon, who was never confirmed by the Senate, never elected by the American people, now wields immense power. And by the way, from Elon Musk's federal contracts, he makes $8 million a day just from his federal contracts. Elon and his team of unqualified workers at Doge have fired hundreds of federal employees, not due to merit, but because he deemed these public servants expendable. They fired people from USDA while there's bird flu. Egg prices, as we know, are skyrocketing. The staff cuts to the Federal Aviation Administration are a direct threat to people's safety. Since his inauguration, have we gone a week without turning on the news and seeing a tragic plane crash? I'm so grateful that the 80 lives aboard the Delta flight that crashed in Toronto survived. But 67 families are still mourning their loved ones from the plane and helicopter crash in our nation's capital. It is not lost on me that while Trump fires qualified, dedicated, good workers, he blames diversity, equity, and inclusion for every tragedy that happens on his watch. He blames DEI not because it's responsible, but because it's an easy target, because fear and division are his most effective tools. Yet he wages this culture war. He ignores the real crises threatening our communities. Americans are facing higher costs of living. House Republicans promised to lower those costs. They lied. Their new proposed budget would cut $880 billion from Medicaid. In Illinois' 2nd Congressional District, 17,000 people covered by the Affordable Care Act will see their premiums go up by over $1,000 a year. Almost 300,000 people on Medicaid will lose health care. Over 70,000 people won't be able to put food on the table without SNAP. Elon Musk, now in control of the Treasury Department's payment system, can stop Social Security benefits on a whim. That would affect over 150,000 people in our district, including almost 12,000 children. Why are they making these cuts? Because they want to give $4 trillion worth of tax breaks for CEOs and large corporations. Republicans control the White House, the Senate, the House, and I would say the Supreme Court. With all this power, they decide to give more money to the wealthy. They decide to step on the American people who are already trying to make ends meet. House Democrats are doing everything we can to stop the steal. We introduced the Taxpayer Data Protection Act to fight Elon Musk's unfettered access to your Social Security benefits. This would ensure your private information is safeguarded. If just 3 brave House Republicans side with the American people, we can pass this critical bill, just 3, from anywhere in the United States. We've met with Democratic governors, Democratic attorney generals, and different national organizations to fight back against Trump's unconstitutional actions in court. We've hosted rallies outside the Treasury Department, the Department of Education, and the Department of Health and Human Services. I choose to stand against corruption and self-interest that put lives at risk, because behind all the stats and the numbers I just shared are real people. Now you'll get to hear from them. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Mayor Bernard Alsbury, who's hosting us in his city of Hazel Crest. Mayor Alsbury.
Kelly, and welcome to the village of Hazel Crest. It has been a month since President Trump returned to the White House, and the confusion and turmoil enumerating from the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue are both alarming and disheartening. Federal spending freezes are cutting essential services for our veterans, seniors, and students. There's an attempt to dismantle DEI programs without acknowledging the system's injustice that has led to the establishment. Furthermore, Trump's tariff policies are resulting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra costs for residents, whether at the grocery store or when purchasing a home. These policies seem to benefit only the wealthy while placing additional burdens on some of the most marginalized groups in our nation. As mayor, I recognize the necessity of an efficient government that has responsible managers, manageable tax resources. However, I am deeply troubled by the indifferences and lack of concern for ordinary Americans being shown by the Trump and his administration. Take for assistance the administrative tariff policies. Many essential materials from home construction come from countries like Mexico and Canada, raising construction costs while ultimately be passed on to the home buyers, making it increasingly difficult to purchase homes in numerous communities across the region. These same communities are already grappling with the escalating property taxes that we see here in the Southland. And the Trump tariffs will only increase these economic challenges. Local governments may also face higher costs for capital projects, further increasing expenses for materials needed to repair fire hydrants, water mains, and local roads. Businesses dependent on imported goods are encountering increased costs due to tariffs, and which will lead to higher prices for consumers. In summary, while Trump's policies won't reduce the prices of eggs, they will take money out of your pocket and direct it toward the billionaires who are clearly his policy. The time to act is now. I urge you to contact every Republican congressperson and senator in Washington, D.C. When you reach out to their offices, remind them that Congress is a co-equal branch of our Constitution and democracy, and that they must fulfill their role of checks and balances across the administration of President Trump. So let's get on our phones, let's reach out and talk to them. As the Congresswoman says, it only takes 3 individuals to stop the steal. Thank you so much.